Okay, so this is our second little bit of doing binary for the exam. So we might need to convert a binary number back into a decimal number. So the way we can do this is just if we put the headings at the top, that really helps. So remember, in binary we've got 1s, 2s, 4s, 8s, 16s, 32s, 64s, 128. So we are just as powers of 2. We're just putting those numbers in there at the top. So then what we're looking for is 1s, because this will say 1 times 32 plus 1 times 8 plus 1 times 4. And if we add that up, we get 32 and 8 and 4, which is 44. And so that first number is 44. Then the second one, we've got 32, we've got 16, we've got 2, and we've got 1. So we add those together, 32, 16, 2 and 1, and we get 51. Now it's worth noticing that if you've got a binary number that's got a 1 on this end, that's going to mean it's an odd number, because it's the only way you can have an odd number is to have 1 in this one column. So that's something else you can look at. Just to when you're looking at the binary number, if you've ended up with an odd number when there's a naught in this column, then you must have made a bit of a mistake. So you have to go back and have a look. So adding the numbers together, sometimes we can add binary numbers together. Now I've done these in base 10, but I can add in binary. I don't need to worry about those numbers. So if I say 0 plus 1, well, that's obviously 1. And 1 I can put in my column because I can put 0 or 1 in each column. So I've got 1 here. 0 and 1 is again 1. 1 and 0 is again 1. 1 and 0 is 1. 0 and 1 is, well, it's 1. And 2 ones is a 2. Now I can't write down a 2, but I can write a 0 here and carry a 1, because the pattern for 2 in binary is 1, 0. So I'm carrying my 1, and I've got noughts here, but there's the 1 I've carried. And I've added my numbers together. So easy enough to add together binary numbers. If you've got something you can put in the column, like a 1 or a 0, that's fine. If you've got a 2, you need to do a carry, because you can't write 2 in there. So if we work all this one out, we will come up with the same answer as if we added these together. Now, what about if we have to add more numbers than that? So I could try adding all 3 of these numbers together. So I'm going to try adding these numbers together. And so I've got 1 and 1. And as we discussed, that's 2, but we can't write 2. So we're going to put 1 and 0. So then I've got 1 and 1 plus the 1 I've carried. Well, now I've got 3. So if I've got 3, the binary pattern for 3 is 1, 1. 1, 2 and a 1. So I'm going to put 1 in here and carry my 1. And again, I've got 3. I've got 3 again. I've got 3 again. And again. Now I've got 1 plus 1, which is 2. So that's 0 and carry 1. There's nothing in this column, so just the 1. So I'm going to end up with 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. So that's adding together binary numbers. So the thing you need to remember is that if you can't write anything apart from a 0 or a 1 in these columns. So if you get to 2, you've got to then carry 1 into the next column. So we're carrying it into the 2's column in that case. If you get to 3, then you're still carrying 1 into the 2's column, but you need 1 in your column that you're working in to make it 3, because the pattern for 3 is 1, 1, and the pattern for 2 is 1, 0. So that's just working out binary numbers and then doing an addition.